a 170-kilometer-long city of mirrors, taller than the Empire State Building, an artificial star hotter than the core of the sun, being built right here on Earth. Elon Musk's vision for a world powered by machines that build machines, a highway sunk to the bottom of the ocean floor, piece by painstaking piece, and an act of planetary surgery, carving a new ocean through a continent. These aren't science fiction. They are the most insane, ambitious, and expensive projects ever attempted by humankind. And today, we are counting down the definitive top 10 mega projects being built right now. We begin in the deserts of Saudi Arabia with a project so ambitious, it borders on madness. The Line. The vision, a 170-kilometer-long, 500-meter-tall city, home to 9 million people, with no cars, no roads, and zero carbon emissions. But before the utopia comes the assault. This is the largest earth-moving operation in history. To support a structure this tall and this long, the foundations must be perfect. They are pounding over 1 million piles into the earth. The city's spine will be a high-speed rail line, promising to get residents from one end to the other in just 20 minutes. But the challenges are monumental. How do you keep a 170-kilometer-long building perfectly straight? And how do you stop a giant mirror from literally cooking the surrounding desert? The idea is to create a three-dimensional city where everything is a 5-minute walk away, either horizontally or vertically. The estimated cost has ballooned to over $500 billion, making it the most expensive single project ever conceived. And overseeing it all will be a powerful AI, managing everything from energy consumption to transportation, promising a city that thinks. As of today, the monumental task of excavation continues, a testament to sheer ambition etched into the surface of the planet. From a city of the future to the power of the future. Number 2 takes us to France, where 35 nations are collaborating to build an artificial sun. The goal? Nuclear fusion. The same reaction that powers our sun. If they can control it, it means limitless clean energy for all humankind. To do it, they first have to build the world's most complex machine. This is the cryostat, a giant thermos that will keep the reactor's magnets colder than deep space. And these are the magnets, some of the most powerful ever built. They will be used to contain a plasma 10 times hotter than the core of the sun. The problem? The plasma reaches 150 million degrees Celsius. No material on Earth can touch it. The entire project is like the world's most expensive puzzle, with 1 million components built all over the world coming together in this one pit. Building a star isn't cheap. The project is already billions over budget and years behind schedule. The goal is to achieve first plasma in the coming years, the moment the artificial sun switches on for the very first time. But if it works, it will change everything. A new era of energy that could power our world for millennia. What happens when your capital city, home to 10 million people, is sinking into the ocean? For Indonesia, the answer is number 3. Abandon it and build a new one in a jungle. This is Nusantara, a $35 billion vision for a new capital city. Not a concrete jungle, but a forest city, designed to coexist with nature. But to build a forest city, you must first clear the forest. The project began with the monumental task of carving a construction site out of one of the world's most vital ecosystems. The promise is a utopian one, a 100% sustainable city powered entirely by renewable energy, where public transport is autonomous and free for all residents. The centerpiece is the new State Palace, a marvel of architecture designed to look like the national symbol. But the jungle is not empty. This is the home of the endangered Bornean orangutan. The solution: a network of wildlife corridors. Untouched jungle arteries designed to connect the habitats and allow the original residents to coexist with the new ones. And why take on this monumental task? Because Jakarta, the current capital, is sinking at one of the fastest rates on Earth, a city literally being swallowed by the sea. The project is a race against time, with the goal of having the core government functions moved and the city operational before Jakarta's sinking becomes irreversible. Number 4 is not about where you live, but how fast you can leave. In Japan, they are building the Chuo Shinkansen, a train that will redefine speed. Powered by superconducting magnetic levitation, this train will travel at over 300 miles per hour, connecting Tokyo and Nagoya in just 40 minutes. But there is a problem. The route goes directly through the densest, most treacherous mountain range in Japan. The solution? Go under. A staggering 86% of the 178-mile route will be underground. The project requires a fleet of state-of-the-art TBMS, each one a subterranean factory, drilling and reinforcing the tunnel walls. And in Japan, every tunnel must be a fortress. The entire route is being engineered to survive a major earthquake. The technology isn't theoretical. It's been perfected for decades on this 26-mile test track, where the train has already broken world speed records. But digging through mountains is expensive. The project's cost is estimated at a staggering $85 billion. And Nagoya is just the first stop. The ultimate goal is to extend the line to Osaka. From moving people to moving oceans. Number 5 is China's south-to-north water transfer project. The problem is simple but epic in scale. Southern China has more water than it can handle, while the industrialized north, including Beijing, is dying of thirst. Mao Zedong dreamed of this project in the 1950s. Today, it is a reality, with a price tag of over $62 billion. The eastern route is the brute force approach, using a series of 23 massive pumping stations to lift water uphill. The central route is the artery, a feat of precision engineering. This 800-mile-long canal is perfectly angled to let gravity do the work. The project's most daring feat, building 2 colossal tunnels beneath the Yellow River, a river known for its treacherous sediment, creating a giant underground aqueduct. But this planetary surgery has a human cost. The project has required the relocation of over 300,000 people. The final and most ambitious phase is the western route, a controversial plan to tunnel through the edge of the Himalayas. But for millions in the north, the dream is already a reality, a monumental solution to a monumental problem. At number 6, we find the machine that builds the machines. This is not just a factory, it's Elon Musk's blueprint for the future of manufacturing, Giga Texas. When fully complete, it will be one of the largest factory buildings on the planet by footprint. Not just big, but a new class of gigastructure.
Inside, giants are at work. This is a gigapress. It stamps the entire chassis of a car in a single piece. But it's the robot army that truly stuns. Thousands of automated arms, working 24/7, building cars with a precision and speed. But for Elon Musk, this is just the prototype. He calculates it would take just 100 gigafactories like this one. The problem? Speed. The relentless pressure to scale up at an unprecedented rate has led to criticism over build quality. And it's no longer just about cars. Giga Texas is the heart of Tesla's ambitions, from humanoid robots to the batteries that will power our homes. It's a factory that powers itself. The roof is one of the largest solar installations in the world. Giga Texas is now the official headquarters of the entire Tesla empire, the brain of the operation. For number 7, we go to the bottom of the ocean. This is the Fehmarn Belt Fixed Link, a project to build the world's longest underwater highway. The problem? A 45-minute ferry ride that creates a major bottleneck for trade and travel between Scandinavia and mainland Europe. The solution is audacious. Not a bridge, which would disrupt shipping, but a tunnel. And you don't drill it, you build it on land and sink it. The project starts here, in the world's largest purpose-built factory, where they are constructing the 89 colossal sections of the tunnel. Each section is a concrete behemoth, 700 feet long and weighing 73,000 tons. Once a section is complete, it's sealed and its dry dock is flooded, allowing the concrete giant to float for the very first time. Then begins the slow, careful voyage. A 73,000-ton building, towed for miles to its precise location in the Fehmarn Belt. This is the most critical phase. The section is sunk into place, then connected to its neighbor. It's a combination of massive machinery and human skill, with commercial divers working in extreme conditions to ensure a perfect fit.
Keep moving, everyone. Stay close.
At number 8, a project so ambitious and controversial, it could start a war. This is Turkey's plan to build a second Bosphorus, Canal Istanbul. The problem? The Bosphorus, one of the busiest and most dangerous shipping lanes in the world, is at its breaking point. The solution, proposed by President Erdogan, is to build a completely new, wider, and safer artificial seaway. But it's not just about traffic. The new canal would not be subject to the 1936 Montreux Convention, giving Turkey full control and potentially changing the balance of naval power in the Black Sea. Unlike some megaprojects, this one is moving forward. The route has been set. The environmental cost, however, could be immense. The canal would cut through vital forests and freshwater sources. The project would literally reshape the map, turning the historical heart of one of the world's greatest cities into an island. And building a canal also means building bridges. 6 new mega bridges are part of the plan. For its supporters, it is a symbol of a new, powerful Turkey. For its detractors, it's a dangerous gamble with geopolitics and the environment. For number 9, we return to Saudi Arabia, but not to a futuristic city. We go to the engine room that will build it, Jubail 2. This is not just an industrial city, it is the largest industrial city on the planet, contributing 7% of Saudi Arabia's entire GDP. And it's not big enough. The Jubail 2 expansion is one of the largest civil engineering projects in the world. This is where the materials for the line and other Saudi megaprojects are born. Jubail is the beating heart of the supply chain. To run a city this big in a desert, you need water. Jubail is home to some of the world's largest desalination plants. The expansion isn't just about factories. It's a city in itself, with new housing for over 100,000 workers and their families. They are also building the next generation of engineers. It's a global hub, a critical node in the world's energy market, attracting the best business and engineering minds from dozens of countries. It may not be as glamorous as a mirror city, but without the raw industrial power of Jubail, Saudi Arabia's futuristic dreams would remain just that. We finish our list with a project that conquers the sea itself. At number 10, this is the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, the longest sea crossing on Earth. The problem: connecting 3 of the world's major economic hubs, separated by the wide expanse of the Pearl River Delta. The solution: a $20 billion, 34-mile-long bridge and tunnel system. But you can't just build a bridge. To connect the bridge sections with the underwater tunnel, they first had to build 2 artificial islands from scratch. The process was revolutionary. 120 giant steel cylinders were vibrated into the seabed to form a watertight perimeter, then filled with sand to create the new land. And why the islands? To serve as the entrance and exit for a 4-mile-long underwater tunnel. Just like the Fehmarnbelt Tunnel, the underwater section was built on land, floated out, and sunk into place. The bridge itself is an icon of strength, using over 400,000 tons of steel, enough to build 60 Eiffel Towers. Built in a typhoon alley, the bridge is designed to withstand winds of over 200 miles per hour, a fortress built to defy the most powerful storms on the planet. But the project has not been without controversy. Criticized for its staggering cost and underutilization. But for China, it's more than just a road. It is a powerful physical symbol of its engineering prowess and its ambition to unify the entire Greater Bay Area into a single economic superpower. For those who do use it, the journey is breathtaking. A 30-minute drive that was once an epic voyage, now a simple commute across the open sea. A city in a line, an artificial sun, a capital in a jungle, a train that floats, a river moved, a factory that builds itself, a highway on the sea floor, an ocean carved, an engine of industry, a dragon of the sea. 10 projects scattered across the globe, all born from the same uniquely human trait. But progress always comes at a cost. Whether measured in dollars, in environmental impact, or in the human lives displaced and disrupted by these monumental undertakings. They are a testament to the power of the engineering mind, the ability to solve problems once thought unsolvable. But behind every famous project is an unseen army. Millions of workers toiling in extreme heat, in crushing deep-sea pressure, and at dizzying heights, turning these visions into reality. It begs the question, why do we do it? Why build a city for 9 million people in a straight line when the world is full of empty space? The answer perhaps is simple: to see if we can, to push the absolute limits of physics, material science, and human ingenuity. These projects, for better or worse, are a glimpse into the future we are building for ourselves. A future of sustainable cities or of geopolitical gambles. They show us that we are no longer just living on the planet. We are actively shaping it, for better or for worse. And in building these wonders, we are also building the next generation of engineers, scientists, and dreamers who will look at these achievements and say, we can do better. So what comes next? What will be the mega projects of the 2050s? Will they be even more audacious? Even more insane? One thing is certain. As long as there are challenges to overcome and frontiers to conquer, the human spirit will always answer with one simple phrase: let's build.